let's see what's in the refrigerator. There's a lot of good, healthy looking stuff here, but not so fast. Oh, cherry tomatoes. Man, we see those everywhere, and everybody knows how healthy tomatoes are for you. They're loaded with lycopene. Unfortunately, they're also a nightshade family, and they're loaded with lectins, particularly in the peel and the seeds. So unbeknownst to you, that healthy cherry tomato is a gut-busting bomb. So what to do? Well, if you're going to buy tomatoes, buy bigger ones, peel them. You can see how to do it on my YouTube video, and de-seed them, and they'll be much healthier for you than that other little tomato. Pickles. Oh, pickles. Sorry, folks. Pickles are part of the squash family. When I'm visiting Europe, one of the things I notice most about going to France and Italy and Greece is that they always peel and de-seed their cucumbers because they know that the peels and the seeds contain lectins. Now, fermenting, true fermentation will help reduce lectins, but be careful. So many of our modern pickles have never gone through a normal pickling process, never gone through fermentation. So approach them at your own risk. Same way with that beautiful Persian cucumber. Please, 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 if you're going to use it, peel and de-seed them like they do in Europe. They've learned over the centuries that there are health-damaging compounds hiding in plain sight in a cucumber. So peel and de-seed, you can enjoy them. And please, if you're thinking about making a cucumber and pickle sandwich, throw the white bread away. If it's white, put it out of sight. One piece of white bread has 4 teaspoons of sugar. Yeah, 4 in every piece, and it doesn't even taste sweet. On top of that, it is loaded with gluten, which, as all of you know, is a lectin and one of the biggest disruptors of our gut wall there is. So please, let's make a sandwich out of something other than white bread. How about some butter? How about some cheese? Well, I'm not going to show you the label, but you might recognize the package. It is grass-fed butter, and you go, whoa, grass-fed butter. Dr. Gundry likes grass-fed. Unfortunately, you got to know the breed of the cow. And this particular brand has a picture of the cow on the label. That's a Holstein cow. A Holstein cow is casein A1 producing. And as most of you now know, casein A1 has a lectin-like protein that will also disrupt our gut and also can damage our pancreas. So even though it's pasture-raised or grass-fed, doesn't mean it's good for you. Look for Italian butter, look for French butter, look for goat butter, look for sheep butter, look for buffalo butter, and you'll be way ahead. If you can't find that, here's the trick. Buy grass-fed ghee, keep it in the refrigerator. All of those proteins are removed. Even those who are dairy sensitive can have ghee without a problem. But put the pasture-raised away unless you know it's from an A2 cow. Same thing. Here's some cage-free eggs. Now, eggs may be a great addition to your diet, but do not be fooled by labeling. Cage-free means absolutely nothing. It is legal to keep chickens in a warehouse, packed against each other, 100,000 chickens in a warehouse, never let them outside, and still label them cage-free. Don't be fooled by a cage-free label. For instance, pasture-raised, I happen to know this company, they let their chickens out in the pastures. So look for the words pasture-raised and plenty of outdoor foraging. A lot of them will tell you that. Those are the ones to look for. Now, we mentioned milk products. One of the things you really want to look for is if you're going to have yogurt, realize that Greek yogurt doesn't come from Greece. It's made here. And it's made from our cows, which unfortunately are Holsteins, and they're A1 cows. What you want is yogurt made from A2 milk. Now, we are beginning to see A2 milk in this country, but the easiest way to ensure you're getting the good stuff is get either goat or sheep yogurt. And remember, goat and sheep yogurt, goat and sheep cheeses contain MCTs. 30% of all the fats in goat and sheep milk are MCTs. So you get the double bonus of having the right casein. It's fermented, it's a yogurt after all, and you get MCTs. So whenever you can, get goat or sheep yogurt. And if some of you are put off by the tang of yogurt, use my favorite sweetener, which is allulose. Allulose actually feeds good gut bacteria and has some additional health benefits that I'm going to be talking about in the next few months. So if you don't like the tangy part, sweeten it with allulose. It's not cheating, it's actually a health benefit. Finally, kale. You want controversy? Kale is the way to go. Now, kale is actually a great cruciferous vegetable, but unfortunately, kale likes to suck a heavy metal called cadmium into its leaves. Now, you have to eat a lot of kale to get worried about cadmium levels, and we check cadmium levels in some of our kale eaters. Never seen it too high, but it can happen. So kale is part of the cruciferous vegetable family. You either like kale or you don't like kale. I've got some great recipes for kale salads in my books. But here's the thing with cruciferous vegetables. They're some of my favorite vegetables, and that includes broccoli, cauliflower, bok choy, Swiss chard, arugula is a cruciferous vegetable, cabbage. These are great health benefits with one proviso. Don't make this a daily mainstay of your diet, because cruciferous vegetables in large amounts can actually produce thyroid suppression. And I see it in my clinics. You got to eat a lot of cruciferous vegetables. So they're great for you up to a point, and then they start to be harmful to you. And it's like anything else. Please don't do just a mono diet of one thing over and over and over again. Our ancestors never did this. Change it up. Eat in a circadian rhythm. You want kale a couple times a week? Great. You want broccoli a couple times a week? Great. But let's not have kale for breakfast, broccoli for lunch, and cauliflower for dinner. That's when we start seeing problems. Healthy. Okay, you're seeing a lot of what would appear really good ideas. We're having snacks with what would appear to be all the right things. Well, we've got salami, wine infused. We've got cheese. We've got, crackers and little pieces of bread to put them on. Each of these sounds like not a bad idea. Well, salami, that's kind of good for you. Cheese, that's kind of good for you. There's not much problem with that little bit. But when you actually look at this little package, there's actually 13 grams of sugar in this package. And if you do the math, that's 3.5 teaspoons of sugar in this package. And nowhere in the world would you get the idea that this quote unquote healthy little snack has 13 grams of sugar. And besides, this healthy little snack has over 300 calories. And most of it is from fat. The problem is that the fats in this food are from farm-raised animals, and they're all omega-6 fats, which will produce inflammation. So you get the worst of all worlds. You get sugar, you get the wrong kind of fat, and you get a ton of calories in something that will disappear very quickly, and then you'll be looking for more. Be careful when anybody makes something easier for you to eat and more convenient, the more you want to put it back and shouldn't be in your refrigerator. All right, that's it for today. Let's go shopping another time. Be careful of what you find in your refrigerator because a lot of these foods do not have your health in mind. See you next time.